Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrice and this is my embellished life. So you guys, welcome to part 2 of my Knit With Me party top sweater by Abbyeknits. Thank you so much for stopping by and wanting to be a part of my shenanigans. Yes, so in part 1 of this video, I introduced you all to the party top sweater by Abbyeknits, and I spoke about my desires of knitting this up once again. I've knitted it twice in the past, and also my designs plans for this top. So let me just refresh you guys' memory again, because I've started knitting it up as I've shown in the first video. So if you haven't watched that video, check it out. Anyway, focus pack. So this is what we've got so far. You know, I have the neckband all sorted and I'm in the yoke section. So I have the section all marked off for the sleeves. And I know that because I have the stitch markers there separating the sleeves from the back and the front. So this is my other sleeves, and you can see the eyelets in the sleeves area are coming along nicely. My increases for the raglan, they're coming along nicely. Look, stitch markers are a lifesaver. I don't play when it comes to stitch markers. Makes your life very much easier. So I have my stitch markers, you know, separating the sleeves from the front and the back, and I'm trotting along. I do have my notebook here, so every time I've completed a row, I take it off so it helps keep me on track, because for the yoke there's a 6-row repeat, and I am doing it for use the word, Patrice. And I am doing it for a significant amount of rows. So it is the easiest way for me to keep track. So even if I stop in the middle of a row, I know which row I am on when I come back to it. Which row and which section as well. So yeah, all of that is sorted. And I'm just trotting along. Now this pattern is such an easy pattern. I would recommend it to a beginner. You know, someone who knows how to knit, but they are ready to dabble into knit garments and they want to do a sweater. This is an excellent place to start. There's this one, and also there's one from Tin Can Knits as well. If you're a knit person, you know Tin Can Knits and you know the sweater that I'm talking about. Yes, but this one is also an excellent sweater as well. For the most part, it's stockinette stitch, and then you have the design for the eyelets, and you're good to go. And let me just refresh you of a photo. This is the photo of the sweater we are currently working on. It's a crop sweater, and the sleeves are just below the elbow as well, and there's some eyelet stitches in the sleeve. This is what we're working on. So yeah, but this video now, we're just gonna get into the shenanigans of knitting the party tops. What? Look, I am so excited. I haven't knitted anything in such a long time, so I'm so excited to see the outcome of it. Now, before I continue, let me put out my disclaimers. This time around, I have 2 disclaimers. So the first disclaimer is this is no way, shape, or form a knitting tutorial or a knitting tutorial for the party top sweater. This pattern, it's a paid for pattern, and I purchased my pattern from Ravelry. The majority of my knitting and my crochet patterns, I purchased them from Ravelry. And Abby also has a website as well, Abbyeknits.com, where you can purchase her designs as well. So if you are interested in this knit sweater pattern, you are free to purchase it. This video is just a behind the stitches video of my knitting shenanigans. Okay? Second disclaimer. I am left-handed. I knit left-handed. Okay? I know in the knitted world, sometimes left-handed people get a lot of grief because there are some people who are adamant that, knitting should only be done right-handed, and if you're left-handed, you should switch to knit right-handed, because somehow they have this notion that it is easier. I mean, we are left-handed. We are used to flipping things in our heads right now and reading things backwards, charts backwards if we have to. I mean, yeah. So for this video, I'll be knitting left-handed. I will not flip the video to accommodate those individuals with that mindset. They are left-handed people in the world, and you should expect them to do things left with their left hand. Okay? So, tough. If you're one of those persons, life stuff, get a helmet. I am left-handed, and I will be knitting left-handed. Okay? Disclaimer finished. Now, I've already showed you guys the beginning stages of the sweater, but what I didn't show you guys was my swatch. Now, in sewing, I don't do muslims and toiles and stuff like that, but when it comes to my knitting, I don't play. I do my swatch because I have to make sure that I get gauge. Ain't nothing more frustrating in knitting where you didn't swatch because you feel that you don't have the time to do it, and then there are sorts of fitting issues after you've put in all of those hours because you didn't swatch. I always swatch. So I have my 2 swatches here. Now for me, most times I do have to go up in needle size to get gauge, but so if it's like a new designer that I'm doing, and I'm not familiar with the tightness of their knitting, I do have to do a gauge swatch to make sure that my I get gauge to what they are saying. So I know I'm currently at my desk right about now, but when I am knitting, this is not the position that I'm in. This feels super uncomfortable right at the moment. So I'm just going to do a couple of rows here just to get some video footage, but I will transfer myself into one of my lounge chairs. I might even go outside as well. I tend to do a lot of my knitting outside on my veranda as well. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to just get some footage here. It's very uncomfortable, this position, to be honest, but we're gonna do what it do. It's all part of the shenanigans. Now I prefer to use DK weight yarn and fingering weight yarn for this climate that I'm in, but because these yarns are thinner, it takes longer for the sweater to build up. If it was a worsted weight or chunky weight yarn, it would knit up beautifully. But what am I going to do with such weight yarns in this climate that is currently hot as Hades? So yes, and this is one of the reasons I haven't really been productive in my knitting, and I love knitted socks. Well, I love socks on the whole, but knitwear socks, I love it. But because of the climate, sometimes it's just a huge deterrent. But I find like in the cooler months, I am able to get away with some of the decay weight and the fingering weight, especially if you're in AC or if you live in the countryside where the air is cool and crisp during the Christmas season. You'll be able to enjoy it. So yeah, hopefully I can rebuild my stash with some more knitwear. Those that I had when I lived in the UK, I left them with the majority I left with my sister, and then I gave away quite a few because I knew that I would not have been able to utilize a lot of them back here in the Virgin Islands. So yeah, I gave away quite a few. A lot of my hats, I gave them away. Yeah. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm just going to, I think I should at least have some sweater or some cardigans knitted by me in my stash. So yeah, I know this year I didn't make any knitting plans. I don't think I did. Last year I had some knitting goals. I didn't achieve any. So I didn't want to disappoint myself again. So I didn't had any knitting goals for this year, but I'm really feeling the urge to knit something. Like I said, I don't want to lose my skills. So we're gonna just knit, and I'm here at the end of a row. And I know that because I also have another stitch marker. I have this progress marker here. So the stitch markers, I do have them at the top. But sometimes, because they're the same colors, I might get mixed up and then go over the row. And so in order to prevent that, I know when I get here, I'm actually at the end of the row and I'm about to begin another row. So I'm just going to mark off the row that I've completed in my notebook and go on to the other row. Let me just move those swatches. Let's see what the other row is telling me. Okay, I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to continue with that. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And the next time you'll see anything, I think we should have significant work done to the yoke. So it might be over a span of a few days, but we'll see. So let me just, you know what, let me just do this stitch here so I wouldn't lose it. So I know I've begun it. Okay, let me just show you so far what we've got. This is what we've got. Yeah, so I'm in the yoke. Here's one of the sleeves where you can see the eyelet design. Oh, I'm so excited. The back, the other sleeves, again with the eyelet design, and then the front. So the next time you see me, some significant work should have been done with the yoke. Okay, so let me continue to do some more work on this, and I'll meet you on the other side. So some days have passed, I think 4 days to be exact. When I started, I think it was the 7th of August, and today at the time of filming, it is the 11th of August. So I'm almost finished with the yoke. I have one more round of the 6 row repeat to do, and then the yoke is completed. So this is what I have so far. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So this is the back and each of the sides for the sleeves, and then the front, and then the eyelets for the sleeves. Yes, it's coming along beautifully. Now, I think I made a mistake on one of the sleeves. Let me see if I can find it, because I wasn't in the mood to go back and correct it. Let's see if I can find it. Right here. Right there. There was supposed to be another eyelet there, but I made a mistake. I think I dropped the stitch and I made a mistake. And how that came into play is that I got distracted while watching the finals for the 400-meter hurdles, because we had someone participating in that race, and me being patriotic, cheering on my countryman, Kyron. Yeah. I was busy shouting at the TV telling Kyron to lift up your foot them and run. And I messed up there. I dropped the project. And hence the stitch for the eyelet that was completely lost. Didn't notice it till after, and I'm like, I don't want to go back to correct this. So yes, that is what happened, but I'm almost finished with the yoke, and I almost made another mistake again. Like I said, I've made this sweater twice before, and sometimes I find that if I make a project the first time it goes smoothly, the second time it goes smoothly, please believe it, the third time something will happen. And that is what is taking place right now. So in the yoke, I read the instructions, and I know it's saying make sure that I have 54 rows by the end of when I keep doing the 6-row repeat. I'm supposed to have up to 54 rows. And in my head, I was thinking that to repeat the 6-row repeat 54 times. So then I wrote out, the 54 times, the 6 times, and then I'm knitting, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right. Why would I have 300 and change rows at the end of this for the yoke? This doesn't make sense. And so last night, I think it was after 3 in the morning or something, that when I went to make my bathroom run, it dawned on me, Pat, this is not what it's saying. This is not what it's saying. I'm not supposed to do the 6-row repeat 64 times. I'm supposed to do up to 54 rows. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to check. I'm not going to check the instructions now, because if I check the instructions now, I'm going to sit down and start knitting. No, I need to rest the joints and I need to sleep for a bit. I'm not going to check it until morning. Please believe it. When my alarm went off this morning, that was the first thing I checked. 54 rows. And I'm like, please, oh please, Black, please tell me that you haven't passed 54 rows, because then you'll have to frog. I hate frogging in knitting. I do not like it one bit. So luckily, I just had the last 6-row repeat, the what I'm doing now. So I'm like, yes. I tell you, my shenanigans can be epic sometimes. So yeah, so that's where we are now. So I'm just going to continue that. Hopefully I can finish that today, so I can section off for the sleeves and then just continue knitting in the round for the front and the back. But I think we're on track. And everything is going smoothly so far. So we'll see what happens at the end of everything. So let's just continue to knit up this yoke, and let's see how much shenanigans I can avoid between now and the end of this yoke. All right, let me go do some of this. did it, guys. I did it. So the yoke is completed, and I've separated for the sleeves. So this is one of the sleeves, and then the other one I just put it on some waist yarn. I am actually going to transfer this to some waist yarn because I don't want to drop any stitches. And then I have the live knitting needle for the front and the back, and I'm just going to knit in the wrong for however X amount of rows as specified in the pattern. So I actually finished this yesterday. Today, at the time of filming, is Monday the 12th of August. I actually finished the last 6 rows yesterday during Rochelle's live. She had a beat the clock with Chris on social, where they attempted to sew up a pattern in 2 hours, and it was a great time for all of us who were there with them on the live. So I took that opportunity to finish up the yoke, which I did, and I'm so happy now that I can actually, start the body and complete this. So this is how much yarn that I have left. I bought 4 skeins of yarn. Yeah, I did bought a sweater quantity for my size. So this is how much I have from the first skein remaining. So definitely have to wind up the rest. No, actually no, because I wound up 2, so I'll just have to connect the other one, and then I have the others to wind up when I run out of it. So yeah, it's all good over here. I'm going to stop the video here, and then I'm going to continue in a part 3. Reason being, right now in the Virgin Islands we are under tropical storm warning. So, and by the time it reaches to the Virgin Islands, if it's progressing the way it's progressing, it should be a category 1 hurricane. I think this one will be Earl, so that should be sometime maybe late tomorrow going into Wednesday. So I went into my office today, and I had to secure a lot of my equipment, documents, and all of that, and I'm pretty much finished at home. I just have some things here and there that I have to make sure that they're properly secure. A lot of my jewelry making stuff that is on the veranda and stuff like that. So I'm going to stop the video here and have a part 3, finish doing what I have to do to make sure that everything is hurricane ready or storm ready. Welcome to the Caribbean. This is what we do. So until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also click that notification bell so you can be aware of all of my other shenanigans. I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Think lovely thoughts. Keep on smiling, and always remember to make beautiful and wonderful things. And by the way, those of you in the Caribbean region in the path of Tropical Storm Earl, I hope that you're getting yourself prepared for it and all of that good stuff. Keep dry and stay safe. All right, lovies, I'm out of here. Bye.